Hello everybody, it is Steve, your friendly neighborhood lawn gnome, and welcome to another movie review over here on That's Comical. If you are new to this channel, let me just say welcome, it's a pleasure to have you, and of course if you happen to be watching this on a Wednesday, then happy new comic book day. And boy do I have a review for you today, because this is a movie that has been all the talk, all the buzz, all the speculations, all the letdowns, whatever you could possibly think of that could run through your emotional spectrum, this is what this brand new installment of the MCU is all about. And it, of course, is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, starring Simu Liu and Awkwafina and a whole bunch of other actors whose names I refuse to talk about because I know I'm going to butcher them and I am going to look like a terrible person. So let me just say that everyone in this movie is awesome. And that is exactly where I'm going to lead right into. We're not going to skip anything and we're not going to beat around the bush. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Well, I wasn't sure what Phase 4 was going to be about. There were so many people that were saying we are never going to get what we got from Avengers Endgame and all the other great films that came before it in the Infinity Saga. So why are we suddenly scraping the bottom of the barrel? Because I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who Shang-Chi was, and I am a Marvel comic book reader. I didn't know anything about this character, I don't even know who his enemies are, and I didn't even know he was a comic book character until we heard that this movie was being greenlit by Marvel Studios. So I was, of course, very excited outside of skeptical, because when it comes to characters that I don't even know, even the ones that I do know that are not that popular, like Guardians of the Galaxy or Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, it gives more breathing room to the people behind the camera and in production because they can really give these characters new dimensions and even give the faithful of the comics something new to enjoy and love. And that's why I had a feeling this movie was not going to be a box office bomb, even during the times that we're in today. And when I heard about the opening week, and I heard about those numbers, I said, okay, I am definitely expecting this movie to be great. This movie was great. As a matter of fact, outside of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which is still my all-time favorite MCU film, this is the most complete package that you will get in a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. There are incredible characters, lead and supporting. There are so many levels to all these characters. The fact that the villain is actually someone who is not necessarily black and white, but walks this line of gray and also has so many dimensions to him. That's why this movie is so wonderful. Outside of the special effects, the amazing soundtrack, and of course the acting and the chemistry between all the characters and Awkwafina. I'm sorry, this movie is all about Awkwafina. I love her, she is awesome. I am so glad to know that she is now a part of this wonderful film universe. But oh my goodness, I loved this movie. The story was captivating. It was never boring, even during the slow parts of this movie. The visual effects were stunning, even though the third act had this fight that really looked like it was all over the place. Unlike Black Panther, which of course is a great movie, but I have said before, I do not like the third act of that film. I feel that it could have been so much deeper. This third act of Shang-Chi is definitely deeper. And the best part about this movie, at least for me, is the fact that they showed us just how relevant Shang-Chi is in this movie. We get a lot of callbacks to the movies that came before it, even some big surprises, and let me just say, those surprises are welcome. And of course, they even lead back to the concept of a specific character that everybody was excited to see in the earlier films, and then that character was a massive letdown. But my God, I'm not going to necessarily say that they retconned it, but they definitely gave it something new, especially for cinematic value, and my God, did it work. The whole concept of the Ten Rings was so interesting, and even when we get to the post-credits scene, it really leaves you questions. There's two of them, by the way, and I am very curious what this actually means. Simu Liu, I am so glad that he is here because he definitely was fantastic in this movie. Regardless of all of the controversy that he is dealing with right now, I don't care. He was wonderful, and the actress who played his sister, Shay Ling, also was absolutely wonderful. They played off of each other beautifully. Even Michelle Yeoh, who I have seen in so many movies, showed up toward the end of the film, also has a great couple of scenes in that movie. I absolutely adored it. This movie is epic. This movie has amazing production value, amazing action sequences, some beautiful, beautiful set pieces. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like Black Panther, that this movie does get nominated for a couple of production Oscars, because it really should. And the fact that this movie has won so many people over at the box office, regardless how much of a purist you may be as an MCU fan, or even if you hate the MCU movies and are a DCEU fan, thank God I love them both, I will say that Shang-Chi should be on your must-see list, because my God, I had such a great time with this film. And you know something? It makes me more excited for the Eternals. I gotta admit that. Even though I don't even know anything about the Eternals, I just have a feeling it's going to be a great movie, especially because of the fact that there is now an Oscar-winning director who is directing this movie in Chloe Zhao. But don't even worry about the Eternals. Don't even worry about Spider-Man No Way Home. Just get to your theater and see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, because you are going to have an amazing time. And I don't care what anybody else says. That is why we go to the movies. And I am giving Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings a 4 stars out of 4. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and I will see you in the next one.